Still have to do that. That's done.
It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
That ought to do it. I finished that disaster kit for Scott.
Nice job. I'm supposed to remind you to check in with Debbie. She might need you to do something else.
Will do.
Nancy, good morning! Got a few things for you today. That storm really shook up those sensors out in the cornfield. Could you put them back in line? After that, you should go spend some time in the field with Frosty. He really wants to show you some of the basics of storm photography. Any chance to show off?
I better get to work.
Have fun!
Did that. It looks like I need to connect the red beam to the red sensor and the blue beam to the blue sensor. That looks right.
No, I am staying at Canute. As it is, he's already near the edge. We just have to give him a little push. No one is going to suspect a thing.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore. This is not what I agreed to. I mean, when I said I'd help you, I didn't mean...
Way too late to get cold feet here, Frosty. Scott needs to be taken care of. You know that, and I know that.
You're right. But we can't... No, you're right. It's time to get rid of him.
Hello, PK. Now's not a very good time to talk.
Not a good time? Hardly. Indy, one of my assistants just showed me footage taken by those storm chasers you're with, and they get way too close to the storm. You don't need to be getting that close to the storm. That's why I invented those machines.
Okay, I'll be sure to keep my distance.
Oh, good. Not that I was worried that you would. Not that I was worried at all, actually. I'm not the type to worry. Now, tell me what you've dug up on the team so far. Tell me about this Scott character.
He's a little hard to read. There seems to be some distance between him and the rest of the team. It might be because he wants it that way, but there could be something else. It's almost like no one fully trusts him.
Interesting. You'll make sure to keep a close eye on that one.
Of course, but...
But he's not your only suspect?
Right.
Well, good. Don't hold back. Tell me everything you know. What's up with the shutterbug? Frosty, is it?
He and Debbie are plotting something, and whatever it is sounds a little sinister.
Plotting? How so?
Well, I overheard them talking. They were talking about how someone, I assume Scott, was close to the edge, and they were going to do something about it.
You stay close to the both of them. Report back to me when you're done.
Did that.
Don't forget me. Okay, let's start taking pictures.
All right, where's the best place to go?
We've got a lot of different formations to spot, so if you head on out to the Fraser Creek Windmill, that'd be perfect right now. This will help you identify the shots you need to take. When we get some good photos, we'll move on. That's a good one.
I'll be sure to download the photos into the gallery when we get back to the farmhouse.
You know, I didn't always want to be a storm photographer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to want to be a doctor.
What changed your mind?
Studying. It's hard to stay focused on some boring little book when there's so much going on outside. I'm getting some great shots here. What about you? That's the idea. Keep trying. I'm getting some great shots here. What about you? So you got the chasing bug.
The chasing bug?
The chasing bug. Happens to a lot of people. Once you see a few good storms, it gets in your blood or something. Suddenly, sunny days stop being nice, start being boring. You've got to keep a sharp eye out or you'll miss what's right in front of you. That's a good one.
Did that. Check.
So, what's up?
Thanks for all the advice.
Oh, I almost forgot. Do me a favor and give this to Chase for me. I borrowed it from him. Keep forgetting to return it.
Sure.
Thanks, Nancy. You're the bomb.
What's up?
I better get to work.
Have fun! It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
What's going on?
Do you remember that interview you gave after Ma died?
Nope. Why do you ask?
I read it, and it seems like a lot has changed for you over the last few years.
What's that supposed to mean?
You sounded much more excited about your work.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of life, Nancy. You don't honestly think life gets more exciting as you age, do you? Because it doesn't. Dreams fade, hearts get broken, friends get too lost in their own lives to call. Trust me, enjoy your youth while you have it, kid, because the downhill ride, it ain't fun.
That's not true.
Now I see why Debbie speaks so highly of you. Optimists of a feather. Tell you what, I'll admit that you just may be right. I hope you're right. I just don't think you are. Let's switch topics, all right? This has been a long enough trip down memory lane for the day.
What did you mean when you said before that the school would sell the farm if you lose?
Just what I said. Right now, Canute College offsets the costs of maintaining this place with funds from private companies like the Healy Healy. But apparently that money's about to dry up, so if we don't win this competition, there goes the farm.
I'll let you get back to work.
Fine by me.
Time to call it a day, Nancy. Hit the sack and I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Come on, darn it, get off, get off, get off!
Who's he talking to?
How come something that makes such a mess be worth so much money? I'm never gonna get this stuff off. These are my best boots, dang it! Get out!
That was a little weird.
This is a broadcast of the
Hello?
emergency
Is someone
notification
there?
system. There have been multiple reports of a tornado touchdown in the area. All listeners are advised to seek shelter until further notice.
I better get down into the cellar until the storm passes. Shoot, the power must be out. I'm looking for candles. Can you help? Someone is out there, right? Hello? Who's there? Hello? I better look into that in the morning. Good morning.
What did you think of that storm last night? Pretty loud, huh?
Well, yeah, I think it would have been impossible to sleep through that.
You'd be surprised. Chase and Frosty, those two could sleep through a circus explosion. Before I forget, Scott wants to talk to you, so make sure you go in there as soon as you leave here, okay?
Sure thing.
Since it doesn't look like we'll be chasing any storms today, the prairie dogs that have taken up residence by the cornfield, I just got notice that the ag people are going to exterminate them.
What? But that's not fair. They're not hurting anyone.
You're right. Fortunately, there's time for you to move them to the other side of the barn, but you're gonna have to move quickly. I told Chase to come up with a way to move them so they don't get hurt. Hopefully he's figured it out by now, so after you talk to Scott, go talk to Chase.
Got it.
Great, thank you so much. I do it myself, but I'm buried in work right now. You're a lifesaver. Literally.
Nancy, hi. Look, Debbie tells me it would be good for morale if I gave people around here a few attaboys every now and then. So I just wanted to say you did a pretty fair job driving during the chase yesterday.
Thank you.
Well, let's not get cocky. I mean, there's always room for improvement. For instance, when you're driving in a steady downpour, you should always... Ah! Did you see that? Did you see that? Those dagnabbit mice are everywhere, and I'm sick of it. So if you were wondering what your next job was going to be, now you know. Get rid of the mice in here. Now you know. Just make sure you do it humanely, or Debbie will never let me hear the end of it. Maybe you can get one of those Piper guys, or better yet, some kind of catch-and-release trap at that Ma and Pa store. Just get it done, okay?
Hey there.
I'm supposed to relocate those prairie dogs. How do I do that without hurting them?
By using the handy-dandy prairie dog vacuum I just invented, won't hurt one single hair on their furry little heads. At least it won't after I replace this tube with a bigger one. How soon are you supposed to move them?
By the end of the day.
Well, then get yourself over to Ma and Pa's and trade this tube in for one that's a bigger size. I'll set you up as soon as you get back.
Great, thanks.
Anything else on your mind?
Frosty asked me to return this to you.
Thanks.
Does he borrow stuff from you a lot?
Hardly ever. Him and me don't exactly have a ton of stuff in common. He's the outgoing, sophisticated type, and I'm just a simple country boy. Won't let me forget it neither.
What's Debbie's relationship to Frosty like?
Well, I always figured she didn't have much use for him. But you know, lately, seems like she and him been hanging out with each other a lot. Nothing romantic or anything like that, just, you know, talking. Sure don't know about what.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
What's going on there, Nancy?
I need a bigger tube for a vacuum Chase is building for me. Can you help me out?
Sure, long as you do a little something for me.
What's that?
Head over to the snack aisle. You can update the display I got set up over there.
Sure. That mousetrap you have in the museum, the one that lets people catch mice instead of kill them, do you think that maybe I could borrow that?
Well, I think I could lend it to you, sure. Long as you do a little something for me first.
You bet.
You can update the tornado display I got set up over there. Just move the stuff on it around till it compares the old Vegeta way of saying how bad a twister is. You know, F1, F2, F3 and such. Until it correctly compares that scale to the new one. You know, the enhanced Vegeta scale. EF1, EF2, and EF3, and the like. The scale they switched over to a couple years back. You might have to do a little reading, but you can do that for me in return for the mousetrap, right?
No problem.
Atta girl.
I did it!
Howdy, Brooke. Stocking up again so soon? Or you just back 'cause you missed me?
A little of A, and a little of B. Well, go ahead. What's the word out here this week? Don't keep me in suspense.
It's, been, nothing special to report now, I guess.
Nothing to report? Nothing at all? Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, oh, sure. It's been as slow as weeks, all.
Not even any good gossip about Scott's team? Any new blunders I can take back to the guys? I know it can't be smooth sailing over there these days. I mean, come on.
No. Very smooth sailing with Scott's team is what I always say, but, just remembered, I got a lot to do in the store. Better get to that. You just grab anything you need now. Take some candy on the way out, too. It's all me.
Okay. See you around, I guess.
Well, congratulations, Nancy. From what I've seen, you got that Vegeta display set up just perfect. So go ahead and help yourself to that mousetrap. Y'all earned it. Just can't stay away, huh?
I finished up the candy display.
Atta girl. Here.
Thanks.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
Who was that woman asking all of those questions about Scott?
Now, I'm not one to talk bad about people around here, but that was Brooke. She heads up the other team of chasers. Maybe you heard of her.
She was really nosy.
Not nosy, just... Alright, nosy. But she and Scott are just so much alike. Guess it makes sense they'd always be checking up on each other.
Scott comes in here asking about her?
Oh, without a doubt.
Where's Ma? Still not here?
Nope. She had to drive over to Chickasha. Sister's lumbago's acting up. Anything else I can help you with?
Have a good day.
Stop by anytime.
Score! Nancy Drew wins again. I win. Bring on the pennies. Score! Nancy Drew wins again. I win. Bring on the pennies. I win. Bring on the pennies. Score! Nancy Drew wins again. Haven't done that. Still have to do that. Check. Still have to do that.
Hey there.
I went to Paws and got a bigger tube for that prairie dog vacuum. This okay?
Well, let's find out. There you go. One-handed dandy prairie dog vacuum.
How does it work?
You just turn it on, stick the tube in the hole, and all the critters in the burrows going to that hole be sucked into the bag.
That sounds a little rough. Are you sure they're going to be okay?
Of course they will. Built this baby here with safety in mind. That's why it's so ugly. Now don't forget, if there ain't any critters in the burrows going to that hole, you'll lose suction and some of the ones that you've caught will escape. You gotta make sure you catch all of them before you move them.
Okay.
Just keep at it and you'll do fine. There's some paw pennies in if you remember to bring this back when you're done. Don't want it falling into the wrong hands. Prairie dog's life is rough enough as it is. Anything else on your mind?
I'll let you go.
See you around.
Looks like the perfect new home for the prairie dogs. I'd better empty out the vacuum here. Here you go, little guys. Good luck in your new home. What's that flash? I should go check it out. It kind of looks like the money box I found at the farmhouse.
Hey there.
I'm all done with the prairie dog vacuum. Here you go.
All righty then. Anything else on your mind?
I'll let you go.
All righty then.
I'd better make sure to fill all of the traps.
Could you speed it up a little? That
should do it. I got him.
Well, finally. Now take them outside and dump them. The spring house out on Old Orchard Road. That should be far enough away. Let them go there.
You got it! Oh yeah, take that, Sooners! I won! That's done. Did that. That's done. Check. That's done. I can't turn in. I still have stuff to do.
Let's move! This storm is about to go critical! We need to get out in the field now! You're riding point with Frosty. Scott and I will be tracking the storm. Let's go!
Woohoo! We're gonna get a twister! Oh, check that out. No, shoot. Video camera just died. Here, fix it. I've got to keep shooting stills. These are some great shots.
I fixed it. Here you go, Frosty.
Just in time, thanks. Uh-oh, we got some trouble. The funnel is headed right for that building. Look at that! Knocked that barn flat! I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's roping out! It didn't record a thing! I thought you said you fixed it!
I did fix it.
Let's head back to the homestead.
So, still think tornadoes are cool?
You bet I do. I think what they are is cool, but after today, I'm sure not a fan of what they do.
That's something that researchers, myself included, all too often forget. As exciting as it is to chase tornadoes, they are hugely destructive, and the damage they do to lives and livelihoods is all too often horrible and irreparable. What a disheartening day. An EF3, and we failed to get so much as 1 inch of footage on it, thanks to you.
What do you mean, thanks to me?
Frosty says you failed to fix his video camera in time to record anything.
But that's not true. I fixed it in plenty of time.
Look, I don't want to hear excuses. Just go. Call it a day and make sure it doesn't happen again, okay? Okay.